Hey guys, what is going on, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 50, and today we have a special episode from me to you to say thank you for all the support on the series so far. We've got 4 big games with our Tigers, all in the space of 11 days, and our first of which is away against Napoli and Naples in the final Champions League group stage game. Second one at home to Spurs at the KCOM Stadium, and then our final 2 games coming in the space of 3 days are both away against Leicester and Arsenal in the Premier League as well. Before we play these games though, show you how I've been getting on off camera. So obviously in the last episode, you saw our 3-0 victory over Manchester City and then our 1-0 win over Shakhtar as well. I asked you whether you guys would want to see a special episode, and you said yes, and I asked you whether you could see a cluster of games which were quite important to play, and the comments that suggested the games, most of which were saying this 4 here would be pretty good, so I thought I'd do that for you, and it should be fun today. I'm hoping for about a 30-minute episode today to give you a longer episode, just again say thanks for all supporting the series so far, but we'll see how long it is, but it should be fun anyway, and should be quite enjoyable. But anyway, off camera, I've played 5 games, and as you can see, we started with a 2-0 victory over Everton in the Premier League to carry on our pretty good form to start the season off, but following that, 3 draws in a row. First at home to Newcastle, a 0-0 draw. Interestingly enough, by the way, we had Rajkovic injured, and also Vakari got injured basically on the same day, which meant Man United had to go in goal for that game, but so far, both his Premier League games for Hull have come against Newcastle, and he's kept clean sheets in both, so well, Man United is the king of clean sheets it seems. But after that, a 1-1 draw at home to Lyon in the Champions League group stage penultimate game, which actually sends us through to the knockout stages with a game to spare, and Brian Malone has scored his first, was it second goal of the season? It might be second goal of the season in this game as well, 6 minutes in, to mark a contract extension as well. He signed a contract like 2 days before the game and then scored as well, which was a really nice feeling in a 1-1 draw. Then a 0-0 draw away against Mark Hughes' Stoke at the Bet365 Stadium, and our last game was a crazy thrilling 3-2 win over Watford, where we went up by a goal through Jonathan Lecco, then Luis Miguel made it 2, and then 2 goals in 2 minutes from Santi Mina put Watford back on level terms, and I was thinking, oh my god, I can't beat Watford in this game. They're just too good, they're so overpowered. That formation they play is just so hard to stop, the 5-3-2 with wing backs, but then Brian Donnelly in the 82nd minute won us the game. I went absolutely mental. I mean, I didn't really, I sort of started a cup of tea and I was like, yeah, that's good. But yeah, we won, and that's great, and that means that right now in the competition's overview, as you can see, we are top of our Champions League group with 1 game to spare, and we are 1 point clear of the Ukrainian side Shakhtar. So we have qualified for the knockout rounds, delighted with that, hence why against Napoli today we will field a weakened side, but it's still yet to be decided who will top the group, either us or Shakhtar Donetsk. And in the Premier League right now as well, we are sitting in 2nd place, 14 games in, and we're 8 points behind United. So right now we seem to be the team close, well, we are mathematically a team closest to United, but whether we're in a title contention battle with United throughout the season or not, I highly doubt it. I highly doubt we're going to have enough legs to sustain this good form. I mean, we might. You know, it's possible, but it's unlikely. United are just so dominant on this game. 13 wins in the first 14. And I don't know what team is going to be able to top Manchester United. I said it at the back end of last season. I think the objective for this series should be try and take over from Manchester United as the best side domestically. Because last year, they won a quadruple as well. They won the FA Cup, the Premier League, the League Cup, and the Champions League as well. They're just too good. Like, they are just too good. But anyway, that's it, I think, for the intros. Oh, one more thing as well. We take on Eastleigh or Blackpool in the FA Cup 3rd round. After that tie is won by either side. And yeah, that's it. Let's get into the first game of today's episode. Now, there are a few injuries to report, and we'll do that real quickly. Sonogo is coming back from his broken foot. He played 90... Is he... Did he? I'm pretty sure he did. I was going to say, I think he played 90 minutes in that game against Coventry under 23s. I'm pretty sure he did. I did set it. Did he? Let's have a quick look real quick. No, he didn't play at all. Oh, what? I thought I'd set it to 90 minutes. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. So Sonogo's coming back from his broken foot, but he's still currently injured, so won't play today. Delafeu is also injured as well. He's torn his hamstring. He's out for 2 to 3 months. And, of course, I mentioned it briefly, Vakari is injured as well. Got that on training, I think it was. Was it international duty? 1 of the 2. But he is returning to injury and should be back soon. And that's basically that. So, yeah, let's get into the game. And let's see what we can do. So a weakened side for this game game. They were playing a 4-4-2 with similar instructions to our 4-2-3-1 with a couple of things changed up. But I'm feeling confident, and I'm still feeling pretty optimistic that our team can get the job done here in Naples and get the win that puts us through to the next round, top of the group. So this will be the team for the game. Mannion in goal. Back four of Alba, Rodriguez, and Dye and Walker Peters. Okay, I'm not that confident. Olivier on the left, Farouk Balou on the right, Barkley and Ozcan in the middle, and up top together, Berahino and Rogerio. Berahino, by the way, just come back from injury too. On the bench, Rajkovic, Keane, Smajic, Malonaz, Miguel, Lecco, and Donnelly as well. So first game, Napoli. Spurs game, much more important, but I still want to win. Come on, Hull City. Shakhtar, by the way, have to win tonight to top the group. A draw won't be enough, even if we lose, due to the head-to-head record. And that means that if they win, then we have to win as well and match their result. So it's pretty simple, the final game scenario. Oh, I just noticed Napoli's formation. God damn it, we're not winning tonight. But yeah, to be honest, I don't really mind. Oh, Leon have got in front, so they're qualifying now. I don't really mind if we don't go through top of the group. Just getting through was the most important thing, and we've done that. But of course, topping the group does mean we're seeded for the next round, and of course that can be really important in avoiding one of the bigger teams. But of course, as we all know, sometimes it doesn't work out that way, and we'll still have to face a big team anyway. But anyway, we'll have to wait and see what happens, and we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So here's Alba on the ball down left-hand side, and the first chance could come to us as the Spanish left-back takes it round one and sends it to Berahino. Flicks on, and Rogerio's header goes straight to Misili. Still 0-0, but good to get the first highlight of the game. Now let's get the first goal of the game. And here is Sido Berahino on the ball for Hull City. Can he go for goal? Yes, he can, but he fires it wide the post. Still 0-0. We've made a brighter start to the game, but still no goals so far. Of course, with Lyon winning right now, it means that it's highly unlikely that we're not going to top the group regardless of the result here in Italy, because Shakhtar needs to come from behind to win. And again, if they don't win, then we top the group, so I'm fine with that. So right now we're doing enough, despite not doing really anything at all. But here's Olivier finding Berahino, and a good chance here as he gets in behind the number 16 and crosses to the middle. And there is Rogerio to tuck it home. I've not taken off low crosses, kept them on for this game, I think. And Rogerio taps one in from 6 yards and makes it 1-0 to the Tigers. Well, we've got a weak side out there, but we're still up by a goal and looking the better team. Nice work from Berahino, drills across the ground, and in fact about 4 or 3 yards really for Rogerio, and he simply couldn't miss. Only his second goal of the season, both coming in the Champions League, but that's fine with me. 1-0 to Hull, and a good end to the first half where we have been largely in control. And Alfred Ndiaye is holding his own in the centre-back role as well. I am actually training him to play centre-back. This is probably his final season for the club because his contract's up coming at the end of the year, and it's highly unlikely he'll get a new one. Even though the fans really do like him, he is one of the favoured personnel with Hull. But he does have some decent stats to play centre-back. He didn't do very well against Brighton, but tonight he's doing quite well. So he went for that header there. That would have been perfect time, but sadly it's cleared away. He's doing okay, so hopefully he continues. As Ross Barkley down the left finds Willy Olivier, and the Belgian tries to centre, and it will drop to Berkay Ozcan, who spreads that wide towards Balou, nods it on towards Rogerio, but Masaccio is in to mop up. And Napoli should get the danger clear. They can't do anything tonight. They're guaranteed to finish 4th place. So really, they've got no motivation whatsoever. They're just playing for pride tonight. We're playing for the top of the group place. And as things stand, we're doing enough. But here come Napoli with Insigne on the ball. Finding Van Dijk. Oh, what a miss. What a miss from Van Dijk. That's a young Dutch new-gen/regen striker who has had a very good start to his professional career in terms of his goal-to-game ratio, but that was a horrible miss. Well, I am very surprised how in control we've been in this game. We are still up by a goal. There's a few minutes to go. Alba's just picked up a knock, but I think he'll be okay to see out the game. And wow, this is quite a surprising start to today's episode, but right on cue, I may jinx it. But Rodriguez has cleared the ball and find Rogerio though. Maybe a chance on the break here for a second goal. I'm surprised at how routine this has been. I guess there's a reason Napoli are finishing 4th with 2 points. They've been very poor as Rogerio finds Ozcan. And there is our second goal. Wow, we've got a weak side out there. A fully changed set of 11 players. And Dye's playing centre-back. And we're 2 goals up in Naples. Napoli have not been good in this group stage at all. It's crazy to think as well, we were going to lose to them on match day 2, and that would have been us without a win in the first 2 games, but instead, Napoli are going to finish rock bottom with 2 points, and we're going to top it with 13. How things change. So, Napoli 0, Hull 2, that should be the final score. Ozcan tests the goalkeeper there with a simple save at his near post, and we still are up by 2 goals, and there indeed is the full-time whistle at the Stadio San Paolo. A 2-0 win away in Naples, and I'm surprised. I'm surprised, but pleasantly surprised. Very, very pleased to come through with a win and pretty much be in control for the final for the final game, all of the game. Alba's out for 2 to 3 days with a bruised rib. The injuries continue, but that's not a bad one. And yeah, very, very pleased with a great way to end this group. And as we now take a look at the final group standings as well, you will see the first knockout round draw today. And these are the teams we could be drawing against: Benfica, Red Bull Leipzig, Ajax, Bayern Munich, or Bayer Leverkusen, or Porto, or Manchester United. So there's some big teams there. Of course, United is the one we certainly don't want to face. But I'd say out of all those teams there, I mean, we beat Ajax last season, so I think I'll probably take Ajax again, to be honest, or maybe Red Bull Leipzig. But there's still some very big teams there we could be drawing against. You'll see the draw. It's directly after the Spurs game, I think. Yeah, there it is. And it'll be interesting to see who we face. Alright, so second game today then, and they're at home to Spurs. They're in 9th place right now, not playing too well. Spurs, of course, very good normally in this game, and they've beaten us most of the times in the series, but we should be fancying our chances. You know, we're in decent form right now. We're at home as well. We played very well at home this season. I'm feeling quite confident, and let's get another win here and make it 2 from 2 to start today's episode off. So, back to our normal first 11. Side is fully fit, and this is the team for the game. Raj in goal, back for a Timon, Dimov, Keane, and Torre. In midfield, Kirkpatrick and Malonas. Further forward, Miguel on the left, Lecco on the right. Oh, Malonas' contract, by the way, is now this. It's a 70 grand a week deal. He's got the optional contract extension by 3 years as well. It's quite pricey, but it's a new 5-year contract. He was out of contract in 2 years' time, so I thought, what, 1.5 years? So I thought, why not give him a new one? Anyway, sorry, just to totally ruin the the lineup announcement there. And yeah, Miguel on the left, Lecco on the right, and Said as our advanced playmaker. Donnelly leads the line, and on the bench, Mannion, Sonogo for the first time since injury, could feature today. Balut, Barkley, Olivier Berahino, and Ruggiero as well. So second game, Spurs first in the Premier League. Let's get the win here. Come on, Hull City. Let's get into a title clash this season. Let's really go at United and show that we can be good enough to be in part of a title. What's it called? A title race? A title contention? I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's just play the game. Be part of a title clash. Be part of a title contention. Why can't I think of the right word to describe this scenario? Be part of the title race. That's what it is. Be part of the title contention. Who says that? My mind's really frazzled right now as well. I don't know why. I just got back from the gym about an hour ago, and I had a quick shower, and when I got out of it, I was just so, I don't know, I just felt so lightheaded, you know. I just felt like I needed to lie down for an eternity. I don't know why, and I can't seem to concentrate on things right now. But anyway, it's still 0-0 as this game gets underway. Half an hour in, nothing to report so far. A draw is not necessarily a bad result for us, but I discussed it in the last episode against City. If we want to be part of the title race, then we have to win these games, especially when at home as well and in good form. So come on, Hull, let's get some chances, create some opportunities, and find the first goal of the game. Oh, okay, there we go, right on cue. First highlight here. Keane finds Josh Timon, and the left back into Saidi, and Saidi out wide towards Miguel. Had a decent enough start this season, but nothing spectacular as Malonas gets on the ball, and the Canadian has space to shoot and fires it way over the bar. I hate those shots from just outside the area when they've got time and space to come inside, yet they pull the trigger so early. There's no need for it. Wow, okay, this is going to be one of the worst games I think I've had in this year's FM. Final score is going to be 0-0. And that was terrible. You know, there were 4 games today. I was hoping they were going to be all massive, big, action-packed games. And unfortunately, the second one is a very big, damp squib. Literally nothing to report really at all other than those 2 half-hearted efforts. I'm going to calmly say that was not good enough. We fired up most of the boys, which is good news, I suppose. But I changed tactics. I tried to get us some chances, but in the end, we did literally nothing. So 0-0 the final score. I mean, right now it's not bad. You know, it's not bad. 15 games in, we got 32 points. We're in 3rd place right now. I said I want to finish in the top 3, so we're on course to do that as things stand. But that was poor. I mean, that was a really, really poor game. I think I should play a 5th today. All right, but hopefully this is going to make up for it. We've got the Champions League first knockout round draw, and let's get to it. So, of course, we have been seeded for it, as I said, and these are the teams we can face once again. Ajax, Porto, Manchester United, please no. Red Bull Leipzig, Bayern Munich, Leverkusen, Lyon, and Benfica as well. So this is it, Champions League first knockout round draw. Last time we had Ajax, I'll take them again. And let's see who we get. So let's go. Not Manchester United. Not Manchester United, please. Thank God they got Real Madrid. That was a repeat of last year's final. Lyon, I would probably... Oh, can we get Lyon? Because we had them in the group. No, we can't, can we? Okay. Ajax, yes, I'll take Ajax. I'll take Ajax every day of the week. And, oh, yes, get in. Just like last year, we've been drawing against Ajax. First leg of the Amsterdam Arena. Again, just like last year. And in a repeat of last year's first knockout round stage, I must say, I'm feeling very, very confident. That's probably the best draw we could have had, and once again we'll be taking on Ajax. I don't think they've made major changes to their team from last year, So I must say I'm feeling very optimistic. That's a brilliant draw. I must say I'm very surprised, but pleasantly surprised with how good our draws have been in the Champions League. Other than the Real Madrid draw in the quarterfinals last year, we've had a reasonably, I never like to say easy ties, but we sort of have. I mean, last year's group wasn't exactly the easiest, but we still came through it and topped it. This year, exactly the same. And now Ajax again for the second straight year in round of 16. That's pretty good, right? So long may the lucky draws continue. So third of 4 games today. We're at King Power Stadium to take on Leicester. This game comes just a few days before the Arsenal game. So I might make 1 or 2 changes for the game, especially because we drew the last one 0-0. What should I do? Alright, so going back to the 4-2-3-1, and I'm going to give a few players the night off for this game and see if some squad players can prove themselves when they're given a chance. And of course, with the Arsenal game away in just a few days' time, that one is going to be a much tougher game for us, I think. So this is a good opportunity to rest some players and, again, give some fringe players some chances as well, and we'll see what we can do. So 4-2-3-1, normal instructions, of course, and this is the team for the game. Raj in goal, a back four of Jordi Alba making his Premier League debut, Demos Sanogo making his first start since injury with 62% match sharpness, so highly doubt we'll see out the full game. Farouk Balut playing right back. For those wondering about Balut's progression, by the way, this guy is turning into a fantastic player, and I feel like he's not been burnt out because of the fact we've not started him in all of our games, and he's still accomplished in the right back role. I'm trying my best to train it to natural, but it's still accomplished for the time being, and he's looking quite good right now. In midfield, Ndai and Malonas. Further forward, Olivier on the left, Leko on the right, and Barkley as the advanced playmaker. Donnelly does lead the line, or should we give Berahino a start? I'm tempted to give Berahino a start, despite Donnelly being our top scorer in this competition. And on the bench, Vicari, Rodriguez, Walker-Peters, Oscan, Miguel, Donnelly, and Ruggiero. So that will be the team for the game. Nights off for quite a few players, so they can get rested for the Arsenal game. And of course, Sanogo back for the first time since injury. Can we get a win? Hopefully, but most importantly, hopefully there's more chances than the Spurs game. Come on, Hull. If we can beat Napoli away in Naples with a fully weakened side, then there's no reason we can't beat Leicester with a few changes out there away at the King Power Stadium. Certainly fancying our chances, I really am, but the one thing we can't allow us to do as Gashi hits the bar from that free kick is going to a slump where we begin to struggle and fail to get wins together in succession. We need to make sure we stay in good form for the entire year if we are to finish in the top 3. This is such a competitive league outside of United's dominance at the top of the table. We cannot slip up and continue to slip up in multiple weeks if we do want to stay in the top 4 and continue to make progression as well. So big game this one, big testing game. Got to come through and get the 3 points. Right, so just like the Spurs game, terrible first half, nothing to report, so we're certainly at the break going to say I'm not happy with the performance, and we fired up and motivated everyone. If this game finishes 0-0, believe me, we are playing a 5th game tonight. I mean, I did not plan on doing 5 games, but I'm not having 2 0-0s in the 4 games I showed today. Oh, Berahino has been awful, so I'm going to bring on Ruggiero to play up top instead, and hit float crosses on instead of low crosses now. Let's also take off Malonas for Oscan, and let's drop Barkley down and play deep line playmaker with Oscan, getting some more freedom up there. Still 0-0. I'm very reluctant to change too many instructions, but I might switch to attacking now, much higher tempo, and try and get down the flanks if we can. Mix the passing up too, and see if that can help us out a little bit. Still 0-0, half an hour to go. We've done nothing so far. This will not be good motivation going into the big Arsenal game. Back-to-back games without a goal and without a win as well. That's not good enough. Here is a highlight. Comes to Leicester though. Smalling heads down a free kick, and Olivier managed to make the interception, but Leicester get it back as Oscan clear it and Paslak heads it through towards Stambouli. Can we get the ball? Yes, we can. Burkay, Oscan. Well, we did have the ball, but Amati wins it off him, and Leicester get the ball back here with Sebastianelli into number 32. Can they get a chance here in a very poor game? No, Barkley with the interception, and another turnover in possession. Ruggiero on the ball, has men in support out wide. He's got Jonathan Leko with him down this right-hand side. Can he cross the middle? Yes, he can, and Oscan turns it in. Get in. The changes work. We whip it in, and Burkay Oscan puts us 1-0 up with 23 minutes to go. Big goal, and finally we take the lead. This is going to put us back into 2nd place and 4 points behind Manchester United. You know, we can be in a title race if we want to be. But again, these are the games we have to win. Nice cross by Leko. Oscan with a finish 1-0. Now let's get a second and give us some breathing room. Switch to a 4-4-1-1 for the final few minutes just to give some more cover in the wide areas. And hopefully we can still see out this game as Ruggiero does really well. Oh, what a run. What a run. Oh, what a goal. What a goal from Ruggiero. And we will now see out the 3 points with a fantastic solo effort from our big Brazilian as he makes it 2-0. It's 2 goals in 3 games. What a lovely goal. He's 6'6", but this guy's got some very good dribbling and a really nice finish as well. 2 goals to the Tigers, and the Foxes are going to be beaten at home as we get a big 3 points here, which actually I don't think will move us to second place because City are now beating Middlesbrough, so we'll stay in third, but still a big, really important win as we try and keep the pressure on Manchester United and I guess both Manchester teams at the top of the table. So 2-0 the final score, not the best of games for us. The stats suggest it was really, really even, but we've come through, we were more clinical, that's why we get the win. And we get those 3 points. So 4 points behind United, 1 point behind City. Again, these are the games we have to win if we do want to finish in the top 3 and continue to make progression. Sonogo gets a clean sheet on his return from injury too. That was great as well. And a really, really good game and a really good win. Well done. I would like to give Ruggiero more game time, but of course playing with the 1 striker formation means that we're only ever going to play with 1 out-and-out striker in this system unless we want to change things or play Donnelly perhaps out of position. I have thought he could possibly play as an inside forward on the right side, but I don't want to waste part of his career playing him in a different position to one where he's already playing so well in. But anyway, Arsenal away for the 4th and final game today, and hopefully we'll make it 3 wins from 4 and 4 games undefeated. So of course staying with a 4-2-3-1, change the team around a little bit though, and this will be decided for the game. Raj in goal, back for a Timon, Dimov, Sonogo and Torre. In midfield, Kirkpatrick and Malonas. Further forward, Miguel on the left, Leko on the right, and Saidi is the advanced playmaker. Donnelly leads the line, and on the bench, Vakari, Keane, Balou, Ozcan, Olivier, Berahino and Ruggiero as well. Right now, as you can see, we are sitting in 3rd place, 4 points behind United. They got 2 games in hand, but if we ever want to be in a title contention clash race come the end of the season, then again, these are the games we have to win and not just get draws in. So come on, Hull City, massive game. Let's get these 3 points, pull away from Arsenal in 4th and get a really big victory here at the Emirates. I did see in the last episode, and some of you guys have been saying it, there's been some comments from you guys saying that the progression has sort of slowed down a little bit. I don't actually believe that myself. I don't actually believe we have slowed down a little bit in terms of our development with this team. Because you've got to remember, it's season 7, and we're in the Champions League knockout rounds for the 2nd straight year, and aiming for a top 4 finish for the 3rd straight year. That's pretty impressive in terms of the way Football Manager plays. Of course, this game is a lot slower in terms of progression compared to FIFA, but I do understand we do need to keep on taking steps forward and not steps backwards. So that's exactly why this season is a big make or break year for us, really. Got to finish in the top 3 and continue to get better and better as Saidi goes down left-hand side and takes it round. Ramsey, well done, and finds Miguel. He's past Mustafi and shoots and really makes the save. Still 0-0. See, I'm feeling so much more confident about my side now as well. I really am. These games I go into thinking we shouldn't just target the draw, but target all 3 points. We're good enough for it. Let's go get them. Want an early goal to settle some nerves. We didn't get one against Spurs. We didn't get one at all against Spurs. Didn't get one against Leicester either. But an early goal always makes me feel a lot more confident. But instead, there's a highlight for Arsenal. The German Mustafi on the ball looks for Bellerin, but Miguel is there to intercept and find Timon. As we should pass out from the back. Dimov through towards our Spanish left winger. Started off okay this season. 2 goals, make 3 or 4 assists already in the league. But hoping for some better things from Miguel. As Mustafi robs Donnelly and finds Chamberlain. Must say, the game started off a little bit better for us in terms of the stats. We dominated possession, but I always feel like if we don't take our chances, I say all the time, we will get punished. But here's Malonas through towards Donny, and a great chance here. He's got Saidi with him. Would he give him the ball? Would he give him the ball? Oh no, selfish. You could have rolled Saidi through. Come on, Brian. I'm going to draw you for Ruggiero at this rate. Brian Selfish Donnelly. It was limitless range in the last episode. Now it's Brian Selfish Donnelly. You had Saidi right next to you, roll him through, and he's going one-on-one. Terrible decision. Alright, so if this game does finish 0-0, we are going to play a 5th game because I'm not having 2 or 4 games finishing 0-0 in a special episode 50. That's not good enough for you guys, so still goalless. I'm confident we will take the lead at some point because we've played well, we've looked a better team. We just need to be a bit more clinical. Come on, Timon to Kirkpatrick, and the Scot gives it straight to Aaron Ramsey. Chance for Arsenal though, 2.5 minutes after the restart to go in front with their first opportunity of the game. Sandro down the right, whips one in, and they've done just that. Alexis Sanchez gets on the end of it. 1-0 to the Gunners, and the Chilean fires them in front against a run of play. I must say, crosses in this game are so OP. It's unbelievable. Sandro down the right right-hand side, sees Timon way out of position, Dimov comes across, and Sonogo can't mark up in the centre as Sanchez tucks it home. 1-0 Arsenal. We cannot afford to lose this game. Come on. Come on, Hull. Come on, Hull. Lecco down the right. Loses out to Digne. I should not have criticised my team at the break, so I've demoralised them all. And now Arsenal are through again. And Sandro makes it 2-0. 29 minutes to go. And I think they're going to go and get the win now, because I just never fancy our chances of coming back from 2 goals down against a big team, let alone 1 goal. Nice boy Sanchez over the top. Sandro runs through. Our defensive line was a bit too high there, and Timon was nowhere to be seen as part of our defensive line, far too deep, with the other 3 chasing back. So 2-0, and yeah, I think Arsenal are going to get 3 points here, and that will not be a good way to end today's episode. All right, so we changed tactics, very similar to the Leicester game, but with 13.5 minutes to go, I don't think it's going to matter, really. And I think Arsenal are going to get the win. But why is Rogério, why is Raj launching the ball long there? There's no need to do this. There is no need to do that as Dominguez comes inside to possibly shoot. And he's taken down by Sonogo. And Mamadou, bad boy Sonogo, in his second start since returning from injury, gives away a penalty. And this should become 3-0. And that all came from Raj launching the ball long. Don't do it. Don't launch the ball long. We don't play that way. We pass it on the ground. Dominguez will surely make it 3-0. And Arsenal are going to get the 3 points, which is going to be absolutely gutting. Oh, we never save penalties. We never, ever save penalties. And I thought that was the moment. And Raj just punches the ball. Like, why is he dancing on his... That hit him in the face. He was dancing on the line, cocky as you like. And I think the ball hits him in the face. He falls over and it goes in off the post. 3-0 Arsenal. And this could become 4. And we have totally capitulated in our 4th and final game. Dominguez on the ball, tackled, but Arsenal get it straight back. Malone is through to Rogério though, and now a chance here. Come on, let's at least get a consolation goal. Donnelly on the ball, out wide towards Miguel, takes it in his stride. Bellerin with a tackle. This has been a disastrous game. Say it all the time, man. If you don't take your chances, you will get punished. In the first half, we had a hatful of chances, missed them all. And because of that, Arsenal are just going to run away with it. It's 4-0. 4-0 with 9 minutes to go. We're playing another game. I'm sorry, I'm not ending on this. What did I say about us finishing in the top 3? Had to keep on making progression. I mean, this was just awful. 4-0 the final score. And aggressively, I'm going to say I'm far from pleased with the result. Sonogo, I mean, I should not have reinstated this guy to the lineup, seriously. I brought him back way too early. Against Leicester, he was fine. Comes to the capital, and he just gets absolutely destroyed. 4-0 to Arsenal, a terrible, terrible result. I'm pretty sure during the game, Raj is out for 2 to 3 weeks as well with a broken finger. That's why he didn't say the penalty. It probably broke his finger off. I really want us to be in a title race this season, but games like that are not good enough. We stay in 3rd place, but United could extend the gap to, 7 points and still have 2 games in hand as well. Yeah, we're not in a title race. Season 7, but we're still not good enough for that. Alright, so 5th and definitely final game of today's episode, taking on Aston Villa at home. We want to end on a win, and this should be the game we target those 3 points in. It's also my 300th game in charge of Hull as well, so it's a nice sort of feel to end on this game. And also one thing to report as well, our youth facilities have just been upgraded, which means that now we do have superb youth facilities, half a star away from the best, which is state-of-the-art. But the interesting thing is that if you remember, a few episodes ago, they said they were going to upgrade youth facilities and spend 5 million on them. But that's not happened. So I don't know where that 5 million's gone. I think the chairman just used that as an excuse to pocket the cash. But yeah, they're now superb anyway, which is better than they were. And I guess that's good enough for me. So, all right, 5th and final game today. It is indeed against Aston Villa. There's a return for Jordan Ibe, who I just noticed, by the way, has a £3 million release clause. That's really, really weird for a player valued at much more than that. But anyway, it is Villa, and let's go and get the win. So no hiding place for my team. Not going to make too many changes. And they're going to have to get the job done tonight without rest. So actually one change, a couple of changes actually. Keane in for Dimov and Albrin for Timon as well. So this will be the team for the game then. Vicari in goal, making his league debut for Hull due to the injury for Raj. I'm saying there's no changes, there's 3 to begin with. Vicari in goal, back four of Alba, Keane, Sonogo and Toure. In midfield, Kirkpatrick and Malonaz. Miguel on the left, Lecco on the right, Saidi the advanced playmaker and Donnelly leads the line. On the bench, Mannion, Dimov, Balou, Ozcan, Olivier, Berahino and Rogério as well. So 5th and definitely final game. Let's get the win and end on a really positive note. Come on, Hull City. Let's thump them. I don't know if you guys are the same as me, but I rarely have like really, really big wins in Football Manager, you know, like 5-6-0. Regardless of how good my team is, regardless of how weak the opposition is, we normally score like 2 or 3 goals perhaps, and then we just take our foot off the gas and then end on that, which is, you know, a fine result, and I'll certainly take that to end on after a 4-0 drubbing away at the Emirates. But I want a really big win. You know, I don't think we've had like a proper really big win in a series so far. So let's get a big 3 points here and score a lot of goals as well. Come on, Michael Keane on the ball through to Mamadou Bad Boy Sonogo, who gives the ball away. He really is a bad boy, isn't he? As Jack Grealish gets on the ball and plays that wide towards Ryan Bertrand. First chance to Villa though. This won't be good if they go in front, and they have done as well. Oh my god, if we end on back-to-back defeats, I am not going to be happy. Benny Kofobe with a finish, 1-0. Terrible start. I'm not playing a sixth. I'm not playing a sixth game. Ryan Bertrand down the left-hand side fizzes one in, and a Fobe's finish goes past Vakari, who, I mean, probably should have done a little bit better, really. 1-0 to Aston Villa. One awful start. We cannot lose this game. Come on. I mean, I said I wanted a big win. Right now, I'll just take a win of any scoreline. 1-0 to begin this game off. And again, we've not started off well at all. We don't start games off well at all, and this game is no exception. Come on. Come on, let's get a chance here with 8 minutes to go before the break, and let's get back on level terms. Alba intercepts and finds Luis Miguel. Back inside towards Willie Kirkpatrick, now through towards Malonaz. And Brian to Saidi has Donnelly ahead of him, looks to play him through. Bertrand is there, but Donnelly capitalises on a poor back pass. And we do have the equalising goal, the 15th of the year for Brian Donnelly. It's 1-1. Now let's turn the game on its head and find a goal to get in front before the break. Malonaz to Saidi. The ball isn't the best, and Bertrand with a howler gives it straight to Donnelly, who simply couldn't miss from 7 yards. 1-1. Now let's find a second goal. Alright, so at the break, assertively, I'm going to say I'm not happy with the performance. I know this didn't work against Arsenal, but tough love. Going to persist with it, and hopefully that will prove to be the best thing. It's 1-1, and there's no reason why we can't win this game. We've not played especially well. We've dominated possession, but we are the better team, so we should fancy our chances. Come on, Alba on the ball, loses it, but Miguel picks it back up and finds Malonaz. And the Canadian back inside towards Saidi, who gets past one and plays that wide towards Alba. Lovely ball, and a good chance here as Alba crosses. And there is Brian Donnelly to put us in front for the first time in the game. 2 minutes after the restart of his second of the match and his 16th of the season. Alba's been a brilliant pickup for us this season on a free. Lovely cross to the middle, and Brian Donnelly from 3 yards out simply couldn't miss. 2-1 to the Tigers. This is why I signed him all those years ago and threw him in the first team. Abel who? It's the Brian Donnelly team now. And a throw for us as Torre finds Malonaz. Cross deflected, but it drops to Kirkpatrick. And our other Scot in the team finds Saidi through towards Donnelly for the hat-trick. Oh, saved by Peacock Farrell. Abel Hernandez would have scored that. It's still 2-1 as we go for a third goal. A 2-goal cushion and some breathing room. Come on. Miguel's corner, Keane flicks on a Sonogo, heads it in, and it's 2-1. I just about caught that there as I was catching my breath. Mamadou Bad Boy Sonogo, his first goal since returning from injury, and his first of the year as well, and it is 3-1. Miguel with the corners, his deliveries are really good. Keane flicks on, and Sonogo at the far post heads it in, and gets his first of the year. 3-1 to the Tigers. There is our 2-goal cushion that we wanted. This guy is so weird, man, seriously. Sometimes he's awful for us, sometimes he's amazing. Right now, though, he's firing us into a 3-1 lead, and surely we're not going to blow this. Corner for Aston Villa though, right on cue. Grealish takes it, it's headed away, it'll drop to Jordan Ibe, and our former player tries to go for goal, but instead it's deflected, and Miguel finds Donnelly. And now a chance on the break here if we want to push it. Donnelly on the ball, gets around one down the left-hand side, now comes inside, goes back out again and finds Malonaz, through to Saidi. Saidi and Miguel, great chance here. Miguel whips one in, there is Donnelly for the hat-trick. Brian makes it 4-1, and this is a really fitting way to end episode number 50. 17 for the season, and a hat-trick for Brian Donnelly. An assist for Miguel as well, that's really nice to see. And 4-1 to the Tigers. We've turned it round after the tough love at the break, and surely now we're on course for the 3 points. So 6.5 minutes to go, still up by 3 goals as we look for a 5th, as Saidi finds Jonathan Lecco, and it might drop to Berahino just off the bench, and it does, and he's taken down, and the referee gives a penalty. Higginson brings down Saido, and Saidi has the chance to make it 5-1. I wanted a big win, I wanted a thumping victory, and this will be good enough for me. Saidi with a penalty should make it 5, and put us 4 goals clear with 6 minutes to go, and he does. Saidi with a finish, 5-1 Hull City, and a great way to end today's episode. And I am so glad I played a 5th game. Really, really pleased. I did not want to end on that big 4-0 defeat to Arsenal. This one much more encouraging and a great way to end episode number 50 as well. So that will end today's episode then of the Football Manager series, guys. So a very big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you did enjoy this special episode, then please do consider leaving a like, because likes are, of course, very much appreciated and they really help the channel out as well. 50 episodes in, I'm still having so much fun with this series. The support has been fantastic as well. I really do appreciate it. And thank you to everyone that is still enjoying this save and leaving nice comments and just enjoying the save in general and watching alongside with me. We shall return in the next episode with games against, I spot a very good double in mid-January, and I'm sure you guys do as well. Chelsea away at the Bridge and Manchester United away at Old Trafford. We'll return with those 2 games in the next episode, where hopefully we'll have more performances like the Aston Villa one and less ones like the Arsenal ones. That will end today's episode then, guys. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you for the next episode in my Football Manager series very soon. Take care. Bye.